Hey guys, welcome to or welcome back to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back for a brand new video. Now this video has been created for the girlie who's really wanting to level up in all areas of life and just needs the kick and the push to do it. I think so many of us always have an idea of who we want to be and where we want to develop, who we desire to show up as, and who we want to become. But quite often on our journey, we can trip up, we can fall off track, we can quite easily just slip into our old habits. And I really wanted to create the video that might just give you the push you need, but also the prompts and the resources to really help you level up and become the woman of your dreams. So if this sounds like the video for you, make sure to grab a brew, grab a drink, and let's get into the video. So first up, for any woman that is wanting to level up and become their highest version of themselves, is to identify what does that mean? Who is the highest version of you? And a really easy journal prompt that I like to do, especially if I'm in a little bit of a slump or a rut, is to ask myself, who is, and you want to insert your name, so who is Jessica Leaming right now, and who does Jessica Leaming, or your name, desire to be? And I really want you to think into these questions of, right now, what are the traits that you are displaying? What are the behaviors you are displaying? How are you showing up every single day? Are you sleeping through your alarm? Are you not being consistent with the gym or your habits and goals that you set out to? Are you maybe neglecting yourself or some of the things that you committed to at the beginning of the year? Also recognize the areas that you're doing really well in as well. So recognize the things that you love about yourself, where you're at right now, who you are right now, and how you're showing up. But then I also really want you to dive into where you desire to be. So when you think about the highest version of yourself, what is she like? How does she show up? How does she dress? How does she spend her day? How do people describe her and talk about her in a room where she's not there? So think about when your friends are having a conversation about you, or someone has said, oh, have you ever met so-and-so? And they're like, oh my gosh, yes, she's so bubbly, she's a great businesswoman, she dresses so well, she smells so good. Think about the things that you want people to be saying about you, as well as the way that you want to show up. Is she the girl that gets up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym every day? Is she the girl that eats clean and avoids junk food? Is she the girl that dresses well and always makes an effort? Is she the girl that runs her own business and has a super successful career? Really feel into everything, the behaviors, the traits, her personality, how she shows up, and maybe what she's doing as well. Maybe she is a business owner. Maybe she has climbed the corporate ladder. What car is she driving? Where does she live? Really feel into who the highest version of you is. And even though I just referenced car and house, I also want you to focus on the way that she shows up and the behaviors and personality traits that she might carry. I also want you just to entertain where you could be in a year's time. So right now I'm filming this video on the 30th of April 2024, and if you do have time, I would love for you to write a little letter to yourself that is dated the 30th of April 2025, and I want you to list out everything that your highest version of yourself will be doing. Think about everything that she will have achieved or she will have accomplished. Think about where she is. Where might she be waking up? Do you have a new home? Are you in a different country? Are you abroad? Are you a business owner? Think about everything that your higher self could be achieving by this time next year. And by really tapping into your vision and really tapping into what is a possibility for you, it's going to really help you form an aligned action plan, which is step number 2. So once we've created the vision and we're really clear on where we want to go, what's really important is to define the high impact activities that are going to allow you to bridge the gap between where you are right now and where you desire to be. Everything in that gap is going to form your action plan that you are going to commit to for the next 365 days. So I want you to think about the highest version of yourself. If she is somebody that gets up to go to the gym every single morning at 5 a.m, I want you to think about where you're at right now. If you're currently the girlie that is sleeping in until 8:30 and you're just getting out of bed and rolling downstairs, the thing that we are not going to do is force you to commit to a 5 a.m. routine starting from tomorrow. I want you to think about this in 12 months, 9 months, 6 months, and 3-month goalposts, where you can make those changes every single day, every single week, and every single month to get you closer to where you desire to be. So it might be that from tomorrow, you just start waking up at 8:15 with an intention. Maybe it's just that you go down and make yourself a cup of tea. Whatever's going to be that little step just to kickstart the wider step. It's all about small impact habits. And even just by that 15 minutes earlier from tomorrow, in a couple of weeks, you might then reduce it to 8 o'clock, 8:45, 7:30, 7:15, 7 o'clock, all the way around to 5 a.m. And just by having a wake up with an intent, this is already starting to reframe your mind and re-prime your actions to now actually wake up with purpose rather than feeling like you're just kind of getting up and not really doing anything. Now, from a gym perspective with this goal, it might not be that you necessarily go to the gym when you wake up for the first week or so. Maybe you're just going outside and getting some fresh air or having a 5-minute walk. And again, you're slowly starting to unlearn the habits that you currently live by and start creating new ones with intention for the vision that you desire for yourself. The same with monetary goals, with financials, with business, with life, with health, even to the way that we dress. The one thing that usually trips people up is trying to make drastic changes and drastic actions super fast. The best thing you can do is make small, high impact activities and actions every single day to get you closer. And I promise you, you are gonna get so much closer by just getting that little bit better every single day than trying to do the big drastic changes. So if you have a financial goal, let's say it's a savings goal or trying to get out of debt, rather than trying to make it all happen next month, let's really split it out over the next year and look at what is realistic and possible for you to do. There is nothing to say that you can't excel on these goals and you can't make absolute magic happen, but at least having something more manageable that feels a little bit more realistic for you, it's gonna change the relationship that you have with that habit and with that goal. For example, if my goal was to run a marathon, the last thing I am gonna do is try and attempt a marathon tomorrow. Number one, I'm probably not even gonna bother because I know that I am far from that goal right now. But if I just looked at enrolling in the Couch to 5K program to help me just learn my first 5K and get comfortable running a shorter distance, I know full well if I can replicate that, extend it to 10, 15, 20 kilometers, I'm gonna get so much further to my goal than if I just try and achieve the end result tomorrow. The same goes with finances, with everything else that you wanna achieve. And whilst I love an element of delusion and manifestation, both of which I truly believe can help you achieve your goals, I think when you're trying to change habits, it's really important to make them smaller and more consistent because you're so much more likely to achieve them. So once we've got our vision and we're really clear on who we want to be and how we want to show up, then we have our action plan full of the high impact tasks that we can start implementing to bring us closer to our goals. I want to make sure that you've split these out realistically in 12 months, 9 months, 6 months, and 3 months so that you can really look at the next week and month ahead and make sure that you're super clear on those goals. So once you've split them out, we're then going to look at the daily tasks that are going to allow you to show up as your best self. For example, if you want to dress different, if you want to invest in maybe a different wardrobe, step one could be having a declutter in the next week and just going through your wardrobe and deciding what doesn't align to who you want to show up as and how you want to dress. You might also look at creating a mood board or a Pinterest board of the types of styles and maybe inspirations that you want to dress like. And again, these are just small tasks that maybe don't feel like a huge step, but they will be when they add up. So when we have developed the vision, we've then developed the action plan, we obviously then want to look at the daily tasks. And again, my biggest tip is not to overwhelm yourself. Do things 1 or 2 maximum at a time. But when you start seeing the consistency pay off and you start seeing yourself becoming a lot closer to the end result and your goal, it's a lot easier when things form new habits to then add extra things in, because maybe what once felt like a chore or felt like a big thing to do now just feels like a habit that you're used to implementing every single day. The next thing that we want to look at is resources and support. So when you look at this gap between where you are right now and where you desire to be, when you look at the action plan and the day-to-day tasks that you desire to complete, I want you to ask yourself, what are the tools, resources, and support that I might need to help me get closer to this goal? For example, if one of your goals is to drink more water, could you maybe invest in a nice water bottle to motivate you to get it done? From a tools perspective, could you be setting an alarm that goes off every single hour to remind you to drink a little bit more water? If it is something to do with the gym, have we got a gym membership? Have we got the equipment to make this work? And the tool might be having calendar reminders every single day, and a system could be popping your gym stuff on your chair or hanging it out ready for the the next morning so you're more motivated to go. Also, support could be looking at getting a fitness coach if fitness is something you want to focus on. Maybe if you are starting out in business, mentorship could definitely be something that you could look into. And you know you are always welcome in the Breakthrough Society's membership. Whilst this isn't mentorship and it is an option to work with me, I truly believe the membership is a great place to start for any ambitious woman who just wants some support. There is a full business blueprint to show you how to plan your business, how to map it, how to launch it, and how to really make sure that you're clear on your business. And then we also have live calls every single month, including Q&As, where you can show up and be part of a community. And we also have an amazing community group as well. So maybe if you are at that beginning stage of business, or if you're just craving a community and some like-minded women that can keep you accountable, then the Breakthrough Society membership could definitely be the place for you. I'll pop some information down below. It is £33 per month, and it is cancelled at any time. There are options to pay in full, which do give you a discount and some bonuses, but even just trying it for £33 a month, you never know where it might lead to, or how it could up level and change your life. But when I'm speaking about tools and resources, I want you to look at everything. For example, if one of your goals is financial based, is there anything that you can do? Tools, support, or resources that can really support you? Whether it's reading a book, whether it's watching a YouTube video on that specific topic, just to up level and upskill you, to support you. I really want you to look at everything that you've written out and just ask yourself if there are any tools, resources, or support that can get you closer to that goal than if you just try and do it blindly right now if it is something new. I truly believe that investing in support, knowledge, and resources is absolutely the way forward. I think so many of us can really try and just figure it out ourselves when actually there's some amazing shortcuts there to help you as well and just give you the knowledge and skills that you need to actually bring you closer to that goal. So once you've mapped out whether you need any support, resources, or tools, you also want to analyze where that's going to come from, whether it's investing in programs, a coach, have you found a specific coach, the books that you need to order, when are you going to order them, and even just the little tools to make life easier, such as cute gym kits, such as a new water bottle, whatever's going to make you feel more motivated and also more equipped to achieve it is definitely going to help. Now, one thing that trips up a lot of clients in my world is the mindset side of things. I want you to ask yourself, how much do you genuinely believe that this is possible for you? And also, how willing and committed are you to this? So I always get people come to me that have these really big goals, especially from a business point of view, but I can already see the goal is here, but the willingness to get it done might be here. E.g., they might not want to invest, they might not be prepared to invest in their growth, they might not be willing to sacrifice some of life's little luxuries at the moment to help them get closer to that goal. And I want you to ask yourself, when you look at this, how much are you genuinely willing to sacrifice to achieve this goal? For example, if it is the gym, are you going to have to sacrifice some time? Same with business, same with finances. Are you maybe going to have to sacrifice some time to make more money? Or potentially it is to claw back spending and maybe look at cutting out some plans, help you align with your goal and make a step in the right direction. And I think mindset is something that a lot of us, we say that we're really clear on our vision, we say we want to show up, but it's really, really easy to get sidetracked. And that's usually when we're not clear with our vision or we don't actually believe it's possible. So when you look at your goals right now and you look at the highest version of yourself, you look at where you are right now and the essential actions that you need to take, I want you to ask yourself, is there anything on that list where I feel like I already have a defeated mindset? Now, a defeated mindset is usually where you might find you're already giving yourself an out. You maybe are already giving yourself a little bit of a plan B just in case you don't actually hit that goal or it doesn't actually work out for you. And I want you to ask yourself why. Is it because you have evidence to show you that every single time you've tried to do this in the past, it hasn't worked out? If so, how can we change that narrative to ensure that this doesn't happen again? E.g., not repeating the same cycle. If maybe you've tried to do something in the past, but the system that you tried to use, e.g., getting up at 5 a.m. every day, trying to fit it in before work, etc, etc, and having a coach all at once didn't work out, how can we maybe adapt that system to make it work and reaffirm the belief that we're going to try whatever it takes to make it possible? I think where we have this defeated mindset and where we give ourselves a little bit of an out or a plan B or an excuse just in case it doesn't work out, we're basically refusing to make a choice. Now, when you make a choice that you are going to achieve something, I promise you the mindset and the energy that you have behind these actions will completely change. So I do really want you to ask yourself, when you look at your goals, when you look at your actions, how aligned are you and how confident are you that you can actually achieve it? Now, the final point, which for me is the one that always makes me the most motivated, it's looking at what the reward is going to be for you. So I love to set myself challenges, and I also love to give myself rewards for achieving my goals. It just really, really helps me stay motivated and on track. But not only just looking at the reward element, also look at the accountability side of things as well. So whether that is having a habit tracker that you get to colour in and check in every day, whether you have a full wall planner and every single day you put a gold star when you have achieved your habits for that day, whatever it's going to be that's going to keep you motivated is so important. I would also really encourage you to look at how you operate best as well. There are so many different techniques you can use for productivity, such as time blocking, the Pomodoro technique. I personally just like to block it out in my calendar so that I cannot double book myself and I do show up and stay committed to my goals. But aside from the accountability side and keeping yourself motivated, I do find it so beneficial to add in something just to reward yourself for when you achieve your goals. And you can definitely do this monthly, you can do it quarterly at the 3-month, 6-month, 9-month and 12-month mark, and just give yourself a little bit of a boost and a celebration for committing to yourself and your higher self. But with that being said, I hope you found this video useful, and I'd love to bring you guys more videos like this. So if there is anything along this topic that you would like me to talk about, then let me know, because I would love to film some more videos like this. And if you did enjoy it, please make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe before you leave if you haven't already, and stick around for some upcoming content. But I wish you the best of luck in whatever goals that you've set and whoever you decide you want to be, and I'm always here if you want to check in and be accountable.